Hey guys, it's TheAshleyTV and I'm back with another video. So before we get started, please like, comment, and subscribe. Wait, cause it's a vibe. So first off guys, cheers. It's my post birthday, so we cheersing together or whatever. So let's get that done. And today, this was originally supposed to be a get ready with me, but now it's just turned into Chisme talk. But we're just gonna talk between like talking to my friend, hey Lay, if you're watching, hey girl, and babe. I kind of just realized maybe on social media people need to be a little bit more like open about things they've overcome and the mindset shifts and different type of coping mechanisms that help them show up as the person they are today versus just showing like all the pretty and cookie cutter things now on social media. So we're gonna get into that. The whole topic overall is just gonna be like my previous life, how I showed up then and how I show up now, and things that I not only realized and changes I had to make, but also the different triggers not only that I had, but different resources and solutions that I had to find within myself, between whether it was like having a therapist, journaling, or whatever, to become a better person. So if we go back, like, let's say 3 years ago, prior to this moment, I wasn't the person that you guys currently see. I was a lot more angry, a lot more reckless, a lot more impulsive, and that's okay. You know, it's okay to not be okay. Let's start there. But once you identify that and that's not something you want to show up as, it's now your responsibility to get the help that you may need. Even if you can't provide it for yourself, it's okay to seek outside treatment, whether that's therapy, whether that's a psychiatrist, AA, whatever the case may be. And one of the things that helped me shift was a previous relationship where I was in. It was very toxic. Not only did it help me realize certain points about myself, it helped me identify my triggers. It helped me understand that I needed to control my coping mechanisms at that time, which were very unhealthy. I used to lean more on like alcohol, weed, and different things like that just to be okay, when now it's like if I'm celebrating or doing something socially, it's okay, but I don't necessarily need those substances. And I had to overall, just to sum it up, learn how to love myself as I am, know that I'm healing, I'm gonna become better, but for the things that I may not necessarily like right now, that's okay too. Within seeing my therapist, she just kind of helped me identify different traits that I had or behaviors that I was displaying that I didn't necessarily like. Because in the past, y'all, I would go through things and I would be in different toxic relationships, whether it was like friendships, family relationships, because not enough people talk about that. Family can be toxic too. And just my relationship with myself was also very toxic. Something I had to face head on was that I would gaslight myself. I would be like, oh, like, no, that's not what that means. Or if I get a gut feeling, I would very much sweep it under the rug or invalidate myself, knowing damn well that that's exactly what it is. You just want to wear your rose-colored glasses and you don't want to see the truth for what it really is. Because now, if you do see the truth for what it is, you know how to take accountability for the person that you are, whether that's someone that you like or dislike. So, you know, we had to do that. Another really big thing that also helped was my affirmations. Like, not only saying nice things to myself, but like listening to them, starting my day with that, and lots of prayer. First and foremost, I don't know why I didn't mention that in the beginning, but prayer really brought me through a lot. Like, there was certain situations and things, like I would cry myself to sleep about certain things, not understanding why I was in the situations I was, not knowing that if I didn't pray, this wasn't a situation I could get out of, if that makes sense. And I'm just going to generalize it because I don't want to, I don't want this video to become something that brings people down, but I really want it to be something to uplift people. So I really want to focus mainly on the shifts that I did in order to change my mindset. So a lot of things from the journaling, I would write different prompts from the things I like about myself to the things I dislike. Different triggers, like when I realized something would trigger me, when it would happen, I would get so upset, or maybe I wouldn't act on it. I would go back to my journal and I write down this and this happened, the date and the time, and this is what triggered me. And then I would leave the page blank in case, like, over time I could come back and write in like, oh, I remembered this happened, or oh, this also triggered this. So that way now I have more to identify, and it's a lot easier for me to know, like, maybe this setting, maybe this person, maybe this specific like environment as a whole might trigger me. So now I know how to maneuver with myself. Another really good thing that has helped that I want to like reflect with you guys on is having inner like child talks and going back to my younger self and letting her know it's gonna be okay. So give me 1 second, I'm gonna take a quick sip and we'll get into it. So my inner child, her and my ego go one and the same. And something that's helped me, because I've created a lot of, like, over the past, a lot of distrust with myself because I made a lot of bad decisions. I'm human. I can be honest with that, and I made some mistakes. So now what I do to rectify it and become whole within me, I now have talks with that little Ashley, and I'm like, hey girl, like, I understand the whole reason that you're distrusting of this situation is because you don't trust yourself, and I'm so sorry for like any of the past things that I did to make you feel like your voice wasn't being heard or anything that we experienced. But I promise moving forward, I'm gonna do my best to make you feel heard, to make you feel seen, and to make you feel safe. And so that really helped for me. And then now, if anyone makes me feel anything other than that, I'm very quick to separate myself from them. I'm not gonna judge you. It's not my place to judge you. Maybe God or your life is still working on you and you still have some time and healing that you need to do, and that's okay. But you're just not gonna do that with me simply because your presence or whatever it is you may be experiencing at that time could be a trigger for me. So I'm gonna separate myself from it. And another thing, and it might not be the same for everyone, so take what resonates with you and leave the rest. But for me, having a spiritual foundation helped a lot. So being able to pray. When I want to get out in nature to connect with source or go to church, I do that, and I have like my spiritual practices that I partake in. But that has helped me show up so much better as Ashley than I did in the past. Now I have a lot more grounding. I have a lot more sense of who I am and who I'm not. And there's a big thing there. And then along with that, something I had to learn over time was like my boundaries. Once you know your boundaries and you know what you're willing to accept, what you're not willing to accept from yourself and others, it makes life so much freaking easier. Like, there was times where I was accepting the bare minimum or very rude behavior, which, like, anyone that could be experiencing that now, it doesn't make you like any less of a person. But just know that just because you might be experiencing this now doesn't mean you need to, and doesn't mean you deserve anything less than the best. Like, allow yourself to learn what you need to from this situation. Be kind to yourself, love yourself, and then release whatever you need to release in whatever way is best for you. And just to backtrack a little bit too, I also want to let other people know, because I know there's a lot of talk on like spirituality and how people show up. We're all different individuals living life, and no one's life is the same or identical to anybody else's. So don't let anyone tell you what your lifestyle should look like. You do what is best for you. You live the life that is best for you. And that's it. Period. And just continue to love you. Like, at the end of the day, y'all, we're not going to make it out of here alive. For real, for real. Life is short. It can be sweet if you let it. And just do what best suits you. Whatever that looks like for you. I'm not one to judge, but whatever that looks like, just do what you need to in order to not only survive, but thrive, because that's the goal. You don't want to continue to be in survival mode. You want to thrive. You want to think better. You got to shift your mindset. So if that means you read different things, you're around different people, you take a yoga class, maybe you go on a run, maybe you like to read books, whatever that looks like for you, do what you need to in order to show up every day just a little bit happier than you were the day before. Because at the end of the day, we're humans. We're both good and bad. We can't be 100% good. Like, let's be realistic here. But what you can be is show up as the best person that you can, and every day just become a little bit better than you were yesterday. And on that note, y'all, I'm gonna go. It's been a beautiful time. And until the next Chisme talk, I enjoyed this so much. I just had some conversations that kind of prompted this, and I wanted to chit chat with you guys. I love y'all. Stay blessed. And until the next video, bye.